Welcome to Broken Tusk Rising, a Pathfinder 2nd Edition actual play in the Galarian campaign setting. We're playing through the Quest for the Frozen Flame adventure path.
I'm Shaun, and I'm playing Andreas Witchborn, the Human Magus.
I'm Jessica, and I'm playing Xankath, the Halfling Fighter.
I'm Janette, and I'm playing Jonesy, the Human Cleric.
This is Josh, and I'm playing Korgo, the Human Barbarian.
Last time on Broken Tusk Rising, the scouts returned a magical cap to the Blindheims of the cave, and the frog-like creatures all dove into the underground lake and left the caverns. They then ventured deeper into the cave, finding a room covered in cave paintings, two of which turned out to be spells. Korgo realized that the configuration of painted stars represented solar midnight during the spring, a time which must somehow be important. They pushed into another room full of cave paintings, but this time the paintings came to life and attacked. Korgo and Xankath were knocked unconscious, and Andreas and Jonesy dragged them from the room. The heroes have decided to rest and recover before trying the room again. We rejoin them now in the room painted with stars, as Xankath and Korgo lie unconscious, and Jonesy and Andreas debate what to do next. You had talked about returning around solar midnight. If you're going to get a full rest, you'll need to start almost immediately or you will miss your window until tomorrow night. You'll also need to decide where you're going to rest.
I think that right here is good, Jonesy. We just tuck them all down, throw a blanket over them, maybe a light scalp massage. They'll be right as rain by the time midnight rolls around.
Or we could just go back to the following and never ever come back here.
I hear that there's another batch of adventurers on the way. We could probably just retire and let them take over.
Yes, that's a very good idea.
Book 2.
No, I agree. Just back in the room with the star cave paintings.
Right, that's where you are right now.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. It's very dark in here, I couldn't tell.
Is this torch on?
All right. You make camp for the afternoon to rest and recover, with the damp cave dripping around you. Occasionally you hear a light splash from the direction of the lake, but otherwise the cave is still. After about an hour of resting, you hear distant barking, echoing around the walls of the cave.
Ruh-roh.
Oh, is Rumpy coming in?
Jonesy, you're pretty sure it's Rumpy the direwolf.
I'm pretty sure it's Rumpy. Maybe I'll go take a look.
Just don't work too hard or you'll have to rest again.
Yes.
Are Korgo and Xankath conscious yet?
How long does it take them to wake up if they've been unconscious?
Well, if we've given them some first aid, they would be conscious.
I don't think we did that. Should we do that?
I don't think you've done that yet.
Let's do that first hour before Rumpy starts barking.
Or, we can just let them bleed out. It's fine.
That's fine.
Well, you stabilize them.
They're stabilized.
Yeah, they're stabilized, right?
They're at 0.
Okay. All right, so let's go with Xankath first.
The best sleep you ever get is when you're bleeding out.
It's the only sleep I ever get.
15.
That's an exact success. Nice.
2d8.
All right, that's 12 for Xankath.
Yay.
And then Korgo. Oh, 20 for Korgo, but same healing points. 14.
All right, so now they're both conscious.
So, in that case, I will go with Jonesy to retrieve the wolf.
Yes, I was about to ask.
Okay, so the two of you walk back through the caves to the entrance.
Yes.
You reach the entrance just about at the time that the sun has fallen below the mountain heights, so it's getting pretty dark out there. And you can see Rumpy is standing in the cave mouth, growling.
Rumpy, no growling. And Jonesy will go over to, is he growling into the cave or
out of the cave?
Out of the cave.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, Jonesy will quietly approach.
Okay. The wolf kind of whines as you approach and moves aside a little bit and reveals 3 figures standing a healthy distance away. They don't look like they want to get too close to this dire wolf. You see standing there are Letsua, Harbina Farwander, and Shaggy Shemvin.
Oh, thank God. I thought it was going to be the others.
Yeah.
It's Picano and his 2 mooks.
Letsua speaks up. Oh, thank goodness. Greetings, scouts. It seems you've made yet another furry friend. She's very loyal, apparently. Harbina wanted to see the cave, and I thought it would be a good idea to check on your progress. Is there any news?
Yes, there's quite a bit of news. We went inside this cave, and then we were attacked by these toad creatures that apparently were just kind of afraid of us, but that doesn't matter. And then after we dealt with them, there was a water elf, and we talked to her, and she said some things, and did I say that Xankath and Korgo got wounded terribly, and would you like to come inside?
Oh, well, I think I'd rather stay out here if it's all right with you. Your wolf doesn't seem too keen on letting me in, and I'm not terribly fond of caves. But I think Harbina wants to go in, don't you? And she says, "Oh boy, do I ever! Will you let me at him? I've never cartographed, mapped out drawn a map of a cave before. I was wondering if I could have a look at it."
Yes, but it is quite dangerous. Do you have any weapons or anything to protect yourself?
I got this little dagger.
Oh, good. Yes, that's all you need. He looks over at... Oh my gosh.
Me? Andreas?
Yeah, Andreas. Oh, man.
Jonesy's getting old.
Jonesy is old. He's old, he's tired. And then he looks back. But yes, we could escort you through. We do think that we found the spirit. It does not seem to be very cooperative, though. We found some markings in the cave indicating the solar midnight. We think it might have something to do with the opportune time to approach the spirit, but we aren't certain.
Very interesting. Well, I trust you to resolve the situation appropriately, of course. We're all in your capable hands. And Shaggy, I believe, wanted to ask you something as well. And Shaggy is standing there looking kind of bashful, and he's tracing in the dirt with his toe. And he says, "Well, I sort of wondered if maybe you'd seen a raven-headed woman yet."
We did see a woman with dark hair, a naiad.
Did she have a beak?
No.
Oh, that's okay.
I'm sure we're getting closer every day, Shaggy. Fear not. We did find lots of cool rocks.
Really?
Yes, there's one rock.
Can I see?
Oh, yes, you'd better come in right into the last chamber with us, because that's where the rock is. And if there's anybody that can handle that chamber and the dangers within, it is you. Also, really cool rock. Really cool.
Really?
Yes, it's probably one of the best rocks I've ever seen.
He looks at Letsua. Can I go? And Letsua says, "Well, I suppose the following is rather close now, and as long as Harbina comes back with me, I think it would be fine. If Shaggy goes with you, if you want him to."
Yes, I'll be honest, the little dagger probably not that helpful against the really cool rock.
I could try tracing out the cave for you, Harbina.
Well, I wasn't going to go with you into any dangerous areas. I was just going to, try mapping out a few areas just to see what it's like. But I don't have to go just yet, do I, right? I could just hang around for a bit?
Yes, why don't we invite you back once this whole midnight business is wrapped up?
All right. That sounds good. All right, well then I guess Letsua and I walk back. Yeah, that sounds good. And Letsua, he sort of gestures at Andreas, and he says, "Might I talk to you for a moment, Andreas?"
Oh, yes, of course, sir.
Andreas steps forward.
And he leads you aside a bit, and he says, "Well, I just thought I'd let you know, as a member of Otter House, that Otter House is doing fine, generally. But, well, of course, without Grandfather Ewa and not having chosen a new leader, the other Mammoth Lords are helping to keep the Falcon House together. If you understand, someone has to make decisions. I mean, it's me and Argakoa and, well, our daughter Whippa, she's got her hands full at the moment."
I'm quite flattered that you would ask me to lead the following.
Oh, no, that wasn't what I was asking. I was simply saying that, giving you an update.
I was going to say I can't do it, so it's all good.
Oh, well, That all works out
Don't worry
fine
about it.
then.
I'll move on.
And in any case, I just wanted to let you know how
Really
how
glad
they're
that-
doing.
I'm really glad that everybody's okay.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I brought it up.
It's all right. It's all right. Let's do. I'm just glad that everybody's healthy and hale and having a good day. Jonesy and I have lots of important business to attend to. So
Well, okay, they'll have to choose a new leader at some point. Once we reach a place where we can stay for a while. But
great. I hope they pick someone
Okay.
that's really cool.
Oh, all right. Well, Herbina and I.
Maybe it should be you.
No, I'm already in a different house. You see, but we'll be going now. Good luck.
Good luck to you.
We don't need it. It's a short walk.
He turns back to Jonesy.
Hope they trip.
What about Rumpy? Not that I was listening.
I mean, feel like anybody could do it. It doesn't seem like such a hard job. Make decisions.
I'm pretty sure she was an alpha. Look how cute
Yes.
she is.
Absolutely.
Rumpy is just sort of hanging out with Jonesy the whole time, just leaning on Jonesy, which is not a good idea because of how huge this wolf is, but definitely giving you that loving lean,
Oh, man.
a few licks.
Both Jonesy and Janette are super into this. We're doing the rib scratches.
Yeah, well, Rumpy is into it as well. All right, so what are you doing? You leaving Rumpy here again, heading back inside?
Rumpy can't fit, you were saying. Is
Rumpy could fit, but Rumpy would have to squeeze. And it would take a while to get through that entrance. There are several other passages that Rumpy would have a hard time getting through, but you could bring Rumpy back there. In fact, those last few rooms, it's actually larger, and you would be able to fit Rumpy back there.
No, don't make me take her. I love her too much. Please, leave her behind. Look at her.
Well, she's probably lonely out here, Jonesy. Plus, some big warm animal to sleep next to would make it pretty cozy back in that cave.
All right, but she's staying behind.
Whatever you want, Jonesy.
So Shaggy looks at you expectantly.
Yes, over this way. I saw some moist rocks.
Ooh. I don't normally handle the moist ones.
Well, they're steps, so it's not really for handling.
What?
You'll see. You'll understand. Everything will become clear in time.
Okay. All right, well, he follows you in and back to the painted room.
Yeah.
While they're gone, once Xankath is conscious again, she's gonna crawl over to Korgo and kind of just check him over. Well, this is quite a mess we've gotten ourselves into, Korgo, but you seem to be doing better, but gracious, that was difficult to watch.
I'm not even sure what happened. I think I got beat up by a cartoon.
I mean, yes, that is not totally incorrect. Just a cat creature came out of the wall and beat you up, basically. It was quite dramatic.
That's ridiculous.
Don't feel bad. It almost immediately came out of another wall and beat me up as well, so...
Hey, I think I'm gonna have a hard time going to sleep because I've kind of fallen asleep already several times today. Do you think you could, I don't know, could you help me fall asleep?
Would you like a story? Like I did when you were younger?
Yes, that'd be great.
All right, lay down.
Okay.
Xankath's gonna sit beside Korgo and, kind of stroke his hair while she tells him a story. Once, in an area very near here, there was a civilization. It's very old. People don't even know about it now. There were problems in this civilization. They had an enemy who was coming to attack them, but they sent their mightiest warrior off to fight them. This warrior, he fought bravely. Many times he fell, but he always rose and went on. He continued fighting, made it all the way to their leader, challenged him to a duel. It was a hard fight. This mighty warrior nearly fell, but managed in the end to lay final blow upon this leader and win freedom for his people.
Luke Skywalker?
Not what I was going for, but yeah, that too.
Did Korgo make it to the end of the story?
He's fading, but he's like, That sounds like a story about Fran. Fran.
Perhaps Friend is one of the warrior's ancestors. Go to sleep now.
Okay. I'm already asleep.
All right, hero points all around, actually. I'm going to give everyone a hero point.
Bravo.
What?
Hero point for Jonesy's obsession with Rumpy.
Mm-hmm,
A hero point for Andreas's deep disappointment.
That was great.
Hero point for Korgo's sleepy bedtime. And hero point for a story told on short notice.
I got a little bit of heads up, but yes.
Oh, okay.
I didn't do much planning for it.
-1 hero point.
Oh, yeah. Take it
No,
back.
-2.
No!
-2 hero points.
The hero didn't even have a name.
I liked it. I
I
for
was
sure thought it
great.
was Fran.
So your 8 hours pass. It's dark outside. It's very quiet in the cave. You don't hear any sound coming from that room to the south.
One little thing, when the others get back, Xankath is still stroking Korgo's hair to make sure he actually falls all the way asleep, and make sure to shush them as soon as they walk in so they don't wake Korgo up.
And then I told the person at the bar that they were the stupid... Oh, sorry.
A few minutes later, Andreas is setting up all of his incense and prayer stuff, and it's clank, clatter, clatter.
Clang.
Sorry.
Shaggy is just walking around looking at all the rocks. Occasionally he'll step into the rock and reappear somewhere else.
That's cool.
Shaggy, do you notice anything interesting about these rocks? Is there something we could learn from you?
Well, they're very old. And they were worked by human hands.
Good.
And they seem kind of friendly.
Oh, that's all good news, I guess.
I like them.
Are there unfriendly rocks?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't like those.
Where do you find unfriendly rocks?
Sometimes, on the top of a tall cliff, right by the edge, those rocks are really unhappy.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Probably cold all the time.
right, and they might just fall. At least that's how it feels to me. I don't know.
Shaggy, you truly are the rock whisperer.
Why?
You'll learn.
You think I talk to them?
You
You think
underst-
I'm crazy?
No, you understand the rocks.
Oh.
It's a good compliment.
Oh, thank you. I'm gonna go look at these rocks over here in this other room.
Okay.
And he looks a little uncomfortable and walks out of the room.
Can't believe you said he talks to rocks.
Oh, I sometimes things just come out of my mouth. I can't help it. He probably hates me. Oh,
All right, so you have a good rest.
And I change up some of my spells.
All right.
Jonesy does too.
Everyone should be healed up, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And we could have done more first aid, so can we just assume
I
they're
think
full?
it's safe to consider I think it's safe to consider. Unless we want to check to see if Jonesy rolls any ones.
I would rather not check that personally.
Yeah, let's just play it safe.
We could talk about what we have for dinner and then maybe some of the other conversations. I mean, we should go back out the cave just to make sure, there's nothing going on out there.
Or we go back.
Shaggy comes back in and says, well, I guess we've beaten around the bush enough. Maybe we should go check out that last room, unless you want to stall a little bit more.
Well, Shaggy, if it's solar midnight, we probably should get moving.
I agree. I bet there are some cool rocks.
We're going to kind of get ready at the edge of the room. And before we head in, Jonesy and Andreas have been kind of talking strategy here. And we've got a couple spells we're going to pop before we head in.
Okay.
So just kind of at the cusp, Andreas is going to cast Magic Weapon on Xankath's bow.
Cool.
So you can drag that spell effect onto your token. And that's what I got for now.
Oh, it only lasts 1 minute. Go.
All right, it's been a little while since I've done this. Andreas and Xankath, give me or just show me your weapons here.
Here it is.
Show you my weapon.
And he reaches out and touches both your weapons, closes his eyes, and then says some nice things about Saren Ray. And then he casts Disrupting Weapons. which infuses your weapons with positive energy, and you get to do an extra 1d4 damage to undead. So I'm just kind of hoping it's undead, but I think if it's not undead, nothing happens.
Dang.
Also, Rumpy is missing.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want me to bring Rumpy back there with you?
Yes and no. Part of me is hoping that there's some sort of dog-cat thing happening, and it's not going to like the dog because it's a cat. But that seems very wishful. But maybe.
Okay. You stand at the steps leading up into this chamber. The initiative tracker says, Jonesy, you're first. What would you like to do?
Jonesy.
Or you could postpone. You could delay if you want.
I wasn't planning on getting to go first, so I am not. Give me 1 second here.
Fair.
Yes, I will cast Bless. He's going to move into the cave, trying to stay away from walls.
Jonesy casts Bless and moves up the stairs and into the chamber. And as you do, that familiar rumble returns. And you hear a roar from deeper somewhere inside that room. Shaggy goes next. And Shaggy says, okay, I guess I'll just follow you. And he walks in front of Jonesy there and says, I don't really see anything. Sure is kind of shaky in here. The rocks seem kind of unhappy. And he takes another step further into the room.
We would have told Shaggy about the paintings, right?
Yes.
We talked about that. Okay.
Okay,
Yes.
well, he'll take another step a little farther away from the paintings then. And he says, I don't know what's going on in here. It seems just dark and loud. And that's all he does.
Sure. Dark and loud. Yeah.
That means it is now Korgo's turn.
Korgo raises his shield and enters the room, and he tells Smilodon to come with him. And that's 3 actions. So that's a move, raise shield, and command animal.
Okay. Xankath, it is your turn.
Xankath's going to move into the room adjacent to Jonesy and Korgo, and going to ready an action to shoot something.
Okay. Korgo, the painting on the wall just in front of you comes to life. And I need to move this. And as this painting, which shows animals being hunted and little hunters dancing around, as it comes to life, it leaps out of the wall and takes on the shape of a Smilodon, a saber-toothed tiger, and takes a swipe at you.
That would trigger my readied action.
Yes, if you want to use your readied action, you can try shooting at this thing. However, you know that last time Andreas tried attacking this effect and it didn't do anything.
I know, but I'm hoping that it being the Solar Midnight thing will make a difference.
Okay.
So let's test this out.
All right.
Gonna shoot it with my bow. That's a 14. I feel like that did not hit.
Yeah, I'm afraid that whether or not it would affect this thing, you're not sure, but your arrow goes sailing past. I think maybe you just weren't quite expecting it to come from quite where it came from. It's coming from a slightly different place than it did last time.
Guys, my rolling has already been terrible. This should be fun.
All right, and here comes the attack on poor Korgo. 34.
Mike, stop it.
Now, with that, because the last time we were in here, it hit the people not near the wall. Would that have hit me anyway? Attacked me anyway? I'm just curious.
You know what? If anyone wants to make a perception check or a knowledge check or something, maybe I will tell you more about something you notice about these attacks from the walls.
But that does hit, and that will be a critical hit.
Okay, here we go.
Jeez.
I think we must be missing something.
You're down again, aren't you?
32 points of damage to poor Korgo.
Is that the total critical damage, or is
That's the total critical damage.
okay? Korgo's not down.
Ugh,
Wow.
Near death, though.
Wow.
I'm going to take that perception check you offered.
It's not your turn, though.
Oh, I thought you just meant that we could do it
I'm
whenever.
sorry. I know. On your turn, you can take an action to seek or do a knowledge check or something, and maybe I'll tell you some more.
Okay.
Andreas.
All right, Andreas is going to charge.
All you've heard a roar, and you hear Korgo cry out.
It's back.
Classic.
The cartoon's back.
Andreas hauls his geriatric butt through the entire first chamber, measuring it out. All right, I get to the bottom of the stairs on the far side by the stalagmite. Shaggy just sees me like sprint past. Hey, where are you going?
I gotta get to the star room.
Was that the plan?
Everybody's getting attacked by paintings. I'm trying to get.
It is now.
Yeah, I just rush to the other side. And do I see anything in this far room?
You see the same stuff you saw last time. I don't know, do you think it is exactly Solar Midnight? Did you wait until exactly then, or wait until just before, or what did you think you did?
I feel like we spent that 8 hours like prepping and thinking about it and like watching this. We even went out and checked the sky when we saw Letsua. So I'm hoping we're pretty close.
Okay. Yeah, so you can see that this room looks like it's starting to brighten a little bit. You've already seen the room before. You know that there are holes in the ceiling. Now it looks like it's starting to brighten up. Like the room is becoming brighter. You also notice that there are no paintings on the walls of this room.
Everybody, the walls of this room are clear. Get over here.
Leave Korgo behind. There's no time.
He can carry himself today.
Jonesy, it's your turn.
Jonesy will also run as fast as his old man legs can carry him. What's my movement speed? 25?
25.
He's old and afraid, so he'll only go a little bit ahead of Andreas. And that's it.
All right, as Jonesy steps into the room, you hear a deep voice rumble. No! Shaggy says, We're going over there?
Go over there, Shaggy. Go quickly.
Okay. Oh, all right.
There's also a cool rock right there. If it's magical, you should make it do stuff.
Oh, wow, that rock is... Wow.
Nope, keep moving.
What? Okay. All right. All right, I'm in the room. These rocks are kind of cool, but not as cool as that rock out there. You sure I can't go back out and look at that rock?
I'm certain.
Oh, all right. So Shaggy runs down the length of the room and into that side room with the holes in the ceiling with the light starting to brighten slowly. Korgo, your eyes are swimming with blood that is streaking down your face. You're tired. You're just not in great shape. What do you want to do?
Korgo sprints the room to the other side, spends 2 stride actions, gets to the other side, and raises the shield up.
Okay.
That's it.
You doing anything for your cat?
Nope, that's 3 actions.
All right.
Rangar's gonna hang out over there for a minute.
Okay. Xankath, it's your turn.
Xankath is sprinting.
Oh man, I just realized I forgot to sustain bless in all my running.
No, it lasts for a minute. If you sustain it, it grows.
Okay, cool.
Do I want to get past the stairs? I'm going to get to the stairs, going into the other room, and I'm going to use the perception check that I've already rolled, which was a 25, if I might.
Okay, yes. So here are a few things I can tell you that you notice as you look around. First, you notice that the holes in the ceiling are brightening and shining more light into this room because stars are slowly moving to line up with those holes. The second thing you notice, that those paintings in the other room, they are magically being affected, but you think it's probably possible to disable them somehow. The paint itself isn't magic. You think that you could use occultism or religion to somehow calm down whatever effect is on them, or you could just straight up deface them using crafting or thievery to disable those paintings.
Cool.
All right.
Okay. I share that information as I'm running.
Okay. So, as you all gather in this room with Andreas closest to the entrance, the rumbling grows a little more intense, and Andreas, a figure appears behind the pedestal.
Oh, snap, it's a cat.
Looks like that.
It's a ghost kitty.
It's a ghost kitty.
Is it undead though?
I don't know. Are ghosts undead? You'll have to think about that. Maybe do a knowledge check or something.
That was cold, Mike.
I'm being sincere. Do a knowledge check or something.
Did sound a little bit cold.
It did sound.
Sorry.
Uh-huh.
No, what do you think?
Oh,
Come on.
sorry. No.
God, ghosts, they're dead. Duh.
Sincerely do a knowledge check. The creature appears and is charging toward Andreas. It must have been hiding somehow behind the pedestal, but it charges straight towards him. So it takes an action to stride, and then it takes an action to attack him with ghostly fangs.
Oh, come on now.
Oh my gosh. All right, so I rolled a 35.
Mike!
It'd be really nice if you could use some of the other 17 numbers that are on the dice.
I'm sorry. It's Foundry. It's not me.
You haven't rolled anything for these creatures lower than a 30.
Sorry.
Please do your critical damage.
Okay, here we go.
A 17 to hit is ridiculous, though. I mean, that is
Right?
really high.
It
Holy
is.
cow.
At level 2.
28 points of damage.
Would you like to know how many hit points I have?
28.
28.
Oh boy. All right, Andreas goes down.
Hey, was my magic weapon a thing that goes away when you're unconscious?
No.
Cool.
I'm going to read up on whether I'm actually unconscious here.
Also, read up if this encounter is super stupid.
Oh, yeah. Let me check the adventure. Give me a second.
Yeah, get that adventure book out and reread that.
This encounter is stupid.
Super stupid.
Because it matters because it's my turn next, I think. So,
And because it's an incorporeal creature, after it does that, it then strides inside the wall and disappears.
classic.
Well, that's rude.
All right, so I am unconscious. My initiative moves directly before that
Before the
creature.
creature. All right.
It was a crit, so I'm actually dying 2.
That is the end of that creature's turn. Jonesy.
Andreas, no! Jonesy will push past Korgo and Xankath. Get out of the way. Why, who else is harmed? Oh, yeah, Korgo, right. Okay, never mind. Forgot about Korgo.
So what's Jonesy doing?
Jonesy's going to do a 3-action heal
Awesome.
to heal all living creatures and undead creatures.
Ooh.
So if this cat is undead, I think it should take damage. You disperse positive energy in a 30-foot emanation. This targets all living and undead creatures in the burst. So it will do positive damage to undead.
Well, that's interesting.
It's not a whole lot, though. It's only
For you, it's 1d10.
not great, though. 8.
Hey, 8 out of 10? Not bad.
Yeah, so you don't know if you did any damage to this creature because it's inside the wall. But if you did hurt it, then I might have recorded that.
Okay.
Okay. So, very
I see.
non-answer.
That is a very non-answer. Dear Sarenrae, please give us real answers.
No.
Oh no.
Shaggy is going to step next to Korgo and then ready in action to hit whatever comes up nearby. Korgo, what do you want to do?
Korgo's gonna say, get in here. Korgo's going to move away from the walls, because that's a ghost cat. We can get, is it Rumpy?
Rumpy.
Yep.
Yes.
Get Rumpy in here.
Rumpy's not real sure about this. Rumpy is standing back in the other room. You can barely hear her whimpering.
Rumpy seems to like Jonesy.
I think she's just gonna do what she's gonna want to do.
Korgo's gonna try. You might need a really high roll. Korgo's gonna say, Rumpy, you get in here too. And 20 command animal?
Yeah, all right. I will add Rumpy to the initiative. Rumpy goes after you.
Sorry, Janette. I'm making your pet wolf come in.
If you kill that wolf,
I know, I feel so bad already.
I think it's my first animal companion in any campaign.
Whoa.
Not true. You played a druid.
Yeah, but one that was just like,
Oh, summoning, yeah.
yeah,
Right.
without summoned.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Rumpy moves 35 feet with each action.
And of
So
course, gets to the safest part of the room.
Yeah, it does.
that's the only place where there is room for her. I mean, where else is she going to stand?
Leave her alone. Just let her be.
Rather have her in this room than the other room.
Rumpy moves into the room, sort of muscles her way through all of you, looks nervously back at the room behind her, and runs past you all deeper into this side room that you're in. Xankath, what are you doing?
1 action, activate my point blank shot stance, and 2 actions to ready in action.
Yeah.
To shoot.
That's brutal, that 2 actions to ready an action thing.
Andreas, What do you want to do?
Andreas stands. He picks up his weapon, and he swings it at one of the paintings on the wall, just like to the south of him,
Okay.
in an attempt to deface it.
You knock me out after you knocked Korgo and Xankath out? You think I'm going to stand for this embarrassment? Take this and your stupid chalk drawings. Wham!
Make an occultism, religion, crafting, or thievery check.
Crafting it is. 18.
What a monster. He's ruining cave art. Irreplaceable. My ancestors did that.
Oh my gosh, it's not enough.
Wow.
I didn't think it would be.
Crazy.
I'm sorry. It is apparently more difficult to deface it in the right way than you thought it would be. But 18 is not enough.
Fair enough.
You just made it more cool.
Oh, maybe the chalk. Maybe that makes it easier to deface.
Just not good at smashing walls, I guess.
I guess so. I mean, it's weird. The DCs are different for different skills. It seems weird that, but anyway.
Destroying the right part of the painting.
I guess so. I guess that's what it is. You just didn't happen to hit the right part. Good effort, though.
Good idea.
And that means it is this creature's turn. Now, unfortunately for incorporeal creatures, when they start their turn inside a wall or other object, they are slowed 1. So this creature loses an action. It's going to use 1 action to move. And it moves out of the wall, which triggers a couple reactions. Let's do Xankath first.
Okay.
This creature jumps out of the wall, and it looks like it's going to try to get at either Shaggy or this cute little kitty.
30! That's a 30 to hit.
Yeah.
Wow. That's definitely a hit. And with a magical weapon at that.
And a disrupting weapon if it is in fact undead.
You're supposed to roll 2d6 because it's striking. You're supposed to roll another d4 because it's disrupting. Plus your stance.
So that's 5, 8, 10 damage.
10 damage. All right. So this is a magical weapon. Not a ghost touch weapon, but it's a magical weapon. So some of that damage gets through.
And 3 of it's positive.
3 of it's positive. All of the positive goes through.
Nice.
Okay.
Shaggy's attack triggers. Oh, it's a big, weird kitty. And he swings at it with his club. 25 to hit, which is a hit.
Nice.
And he attempts to give it a serious bonk. Unfortunately, his weapon is not magical, so most of that damage does not go through. But a little bit does. That's the end of Shaggy's turn. Now, the creature doesn't have any actions left, so it can't go back into the wall. Sorry, I never took its action. I just had it move, and I never took its action. So it is going to target... Oh, Korgo, you're still up, and you're in range.
This is true.
It's going to go for Korgo. 29 to hit. I don't think that's a critical.
If it meets, does it beat?
Oh, yeah, is your AC 19?
It is 19.
Did you put your shield up?
I did not.
Oh,
Does
man.
Bless do anything with that? No.
No. Okay, so we have another critical on poor Korgo. So 20 points of damage as this creature chomps on Korgo and shakes him around and flings him against a wall. Korgo slumps to the ground. That's the creature's turn, and now it is standing in front of your group, growling, ready to attack someone else. That means it is now Jonesy's turn.
But that was like 8 healing. Why is he down again?
I just shoot the ghost.
I think I am just going to mass heal again.
Channeling should definitely hurt this thing.
4.
4. All right.
And that's all I can do. It seems just unfair.
Man, I hear that.
Spend all your actions and only get 4 damage
Yeah,
for sure.
meanwhile, this cat thing gets to move through a wall, attack people, hit for 29, do 20 damage. And I heal 4 hit points, enough to bring Korgo back up and then just watch him get murdered again.
It's Shaggy's turn. Would a hair snare work against an incorporeal creature?
Yeah.
Does he have any magic tags?
It has transmutation and primal tags, which is magical. So
then,
yeah.
yep.
I guess that would work. Why don't we try a hair snare? It doesn't even have the attack trait, so why not? So he reaches out, his hair sort of starts lifting up, and he reaches out toward this ghostly creature, and it starts to try to wrap around this cat's legs. And the cat has to make a reflex save. And it failed.
Nice.
Yeah.
This creature is now Clumsy 2. This hair actually detaches from his body as it wraps around this saber-toothed ghost. And the ghost sort of shakes its legs, trying to get this hair off. The hair is tangling its legs together, and the creature is now Clumsy 2.
I'm so stoked about Clumsy 2. This is played directly into my strategy.
Yes! Let's go! Yeah! I only fight opponents that are clumsy. I got this sweet clumsy build, you guys.
Oh, he has more actions.
Yeah, he can still attack.
Yep, so now he's going to attack. He doesn't want to use his otherworldly laugh. You're all too close.
Appreciate that.
Oh, do that to us later, because we're curious now.
Okay. He'll attack with his club. He says, "Bad kitty." And he swings down on top of it with his club, rolls a 24, which is a hit.
Okay, good.
And the damage, 10 points of damage. Unfortunately, it seems like nothing happens.
Ooh.
His club just passes right through the creature. He looks at the club and looks at the creature, and he tries again. Unfortunately, that time he misses. Even Clumsy, the creature, is able to dodge out of the way, and that means it is now the direwolf's turn. Rumpy stands there looking really nervous about this ghostly creature. She sort of paces back and forth, but can't really squeeze into that space there, and so doesn't do anything.
Question.
Sure.
We didn't give this command, so if it doesn't work one way or the other, sure. Does forced movement, can forced movement create opportunity attacks?
No.
Okay. Could Rumpy pull Korgo away from the cat?
Korgo's conscious.
Yeah, Korgo's now, he's been healed.
Right.
He's got
Got healed.
4 hit points or whatever
Okay.
it was.
Well,
So many hit points. He's ready.
still would like him to be pulled away, but okay, he can make his own decisions.
Snip, snap, snip, snap.
Xankath, it's your turn.
I'm gonna shoot it.
Oh, all right. You must.
Gonna shoot it.
Yeah, shoot it.
So 29 to hit.
Yes.
Wow, another hit.
That is 12 damage, 4 of that being positive damage.
Most of that got through.
Beautiful.
I'm gonna shoot again.
Assisting shot?
Yes. 24 to hit. That does
Also a
not.
hit?
Nope, that doesn't include the -5.
Oh, no, it doesn't
So
hit.
it's 19.
No, I'm afraid that's a miss. Andreas.
Andreas is going to stride towards the creature standing just behind Shaggy. He whips the meteor hammer through the air, and he's going to do a trip attack. Because Ghost Touch can totally touch clumsy ghosts. Sucker. This is, maybe a miss. Let's see what happens. Oh, 16.
Is that against reflex DC?
Hero
It's against
point.
reflex DC. I feel like I'm going to hero point that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, get about 10 on the roll.
Nope.
Oh.
That's an 11.
I'm afraid even while clumsy, this creature is not susceptible to your trip attack.
Well, only because I missed. Finishing the turn off with a shield.
Korgo, what do you want to do?
Korgo stands up. He remembers the story that Zanks told him, and he's like, this is it. I'm the hero in the story. Forget Brand. So he stands up, and he tries to hit it with the magic hammer, because that works. With a 16, but he's going to hero point.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Because he's the hero.
Yes, exactly.
Hero.
It's 29 to hit.
Yeah.
29 is a hit.
With 11 damage.
All right, the magical weapon, not all of that gets through, but most of it does.
And then he's remembering, like, seeing this ghost saber-tooth tiger brings him back into his past a little bit. He's remembering that time.
That he met a saber-tooth tiger?
Because he was a boy.
Oh, sorry.
And he's
He's a boy, Shaun.
he's drawn back into that. And he's getting just so mad. And he just wants to use his claws so badly. But he's like trying to not get into a rage still because he knows how important to use his magic weapon is. And so he tosses the magic hammer over to Shaggy as his last action.
Wow.
Cool.
Okay.
Mike, you gotta make some, like, Avengers movie hero guys.
Yeah, he's got to catch it. Shaggy's got to catch it with his beard, and it's like when Captain America catches Mjolnir.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you toss it over to Shaggy.
With his beard?
Yeah, Korgo says, "Shaggy, use this," and he tosses it over to Shaggy.
All right.
After hitting it with the ghost cat with it.
Okay. Shaggy lets it hit the ground, and then
Oh, come on! We could have had a cool moment.
and then
We're heroes.
He looks like he's gonna bend over and pick it up. That's Korgo's turn. The creature. The creature is no longer stuck in the wall, so it's not slowed, but it is clumsy.
And flat-footed. If Clumsy doesn't already do that.
And so it's going to try first to escape the hair snare.
No.
So let's see. To do that, it needs to make another escape attempt.
Athletics, acrobatics, unarmed strike.
Okay. I'll use acrobatics. So here we go. Acrobatics check to try to escape.
God
30.
bless.
Wow.
Mike, come on.
My bonus is only plus 11 that time.
Only plus 11.
So the creature roars and tears this hair from its legs, just throws it aside,
Oh, the beard comes right off.
and it looks angrily at Shaggy and makes an attack on Shaggy.
No,
Yeah, sure.
not Shaggy.
With -5, because escape has the attack trait.
All right, -5. Oh,
Ooh.
only a 14.
Oh.
Lucky Shaggy ducks out of the way. Shaggy is shorter than the creature was expecting.
That's when Shaggy was picking up the hammer. He just happened to bend down.
It's going to use its last action to sink back into the wall.
Come on, man.
It kind of started its turn in the wall like a little bit.
Sort of like half.
Yeah,
A little bit.
a little bit. Should I lose half an action for that?
I don't know. Whatever you
A
want
little
to do.
bit of damage? Just a little bit of damage?
Yeah, let's see here. It's sort of half in the wall. Yeah, okay. I'll say it doesn't have its action this time, so it's sort of stuck there. Yeah, I'll say that it's down in action.
Okay.
All right,
Thanks, Mike. Thanks.
and I'm
You're a point.
I'm
You know
real
what?
generous.
You're a point.
I'm
You're
real
a
generous.
point.
I'm a nice GM.
Thanks for following the rules, Mike. Thanks a lot.
I don't know what the rule is.
It says if it ends its turn in a wall, then it's slowed 1. I don't know what happens if it's partly in a wall and partly out of the wall, but let's say it's still slowed
All
1.
right. It is flat-footed though, because Korgo hit it and the Hrungar is right there, so it's flat-footed for 1 turn.
Now, is it flat-footed only to you two, or is it flat-footed to
I
everybody?
think it's flat-footed to everybody. Let me read this. Your cat throws your enemies off balance when you create an opening. Until the start of your next turn, your strikes that deal damage to a creature within your cat's reach make the target flat-footed until the end of your turn. So it doesn't specify.
Amazing.
So it's flat-footed.
All right, flat-footed.
Cats could never be flat-footed.
That's amazing. You're so good. You're so good at this game, Josh.
Man, thanks.
I wish I could live up to you.
It's so not true. I love when you lie to me, Shaun. Lie to me again. Compliment my hair.
Jonesy, it's your turn.
Jonesy's gonna reach up to the sky, call down a sweet divine lance with some good energy.
Love that good divine lance.
26 to hit.
Yeah.
Wow. Yes, that is a hit.
Right, that's 5 damage. But it is good. Wait,
It is good.
Sure
it
is.
is so good. I'm just curious if it's positive energy. If it's
It's good aligned
it's
energy.
divine energy. Yeah, good aligned energy.
It doesn't look like it has any effect.
Oh,
What a
Good effort.
Stern Ray failed us.
All right, and then he will reach out and touch. I think Andreas is next.
My neck?
You will touch your neck because you're next, and cast guidance on you.
Dope.
So you get a
Nice.
+1 stat bonus to 1 attack roll.
I will use it.
Do you want me to post it?
I got it.
And that's it.
All right. Shaggy's turn. Shaggy bends down and picks up the hammer, tosses it up, catches it in his hand, and says, "Okay, I guess I'll try it. I don't know. It's small, though." And he makes a swing with it at this stupid tiger, and he hits it.
Yeah.
with a 22. Now, what's the damage on a
1d8.
1d8 on a Warhammer? And he hits it with this magical hammer for 12 points of damage, but only some of that goes through.
So glad that you remembered to bring Shaggy, Jonesy.
Jonesy touches his head like, I'm a thinker.
Hey, that works better. I like this hammer. And he'll try again. 23. That's another hit.
Well done. At least finally
Yes.
your impressive rolls are working for us.
You reversed it.
And that's 11 points of damage. Again, some of that goes through. It is the direwolf's turn again. Rumpy just sort of stands there looking uncomfortable, paws at Korgo a little bit, just really not sure what she should be doing.
She's trying to get treats.
Probably smells some food on Korgo.
All right, Xankath, it's your turn.
Shoot! I'm gonna shoot. Wait. Nope, I'm gonna hero point that. Because that was a 20, and I don't think that hits.
It's flat-footed, though.
The result of that 20 is, because it's flat-footed, that's a hit.
That's 11 to positive damage.
Wow. All right. So 2 points of positive damage, and then a bunch of magical damage. And then at that moment, things change. And the snarl suddenly disappears from the spirit's face. And the cat, this enormous ghostly cat, shakes its head as if waking up. And you get the impression that the creature takes a long breath, though it clearly doesn't need to breathe. And it sits on its haunches and looks at you. And at that moment, Shaggy says, I should hit it again, right?
No.
No.
One more for good measure. I mean, no.
Oh. Okay.
I didn't get a turn.
The cat looks at all of you and says,
Forgive me my wrath and accept my surrender.
and the spirit bows its head.
Classic cat. Attacks you first, and then it's all like, oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, my bad. I love you.
A deep rumbling voice emanates from the ghostly tiger and echoes off the cavern walls.
I am Stick, Painted Tiger, guardian of this cave for many centuries. It has been at least 100 winters since I was bested by one of your kind. Before then, no mortal dared challenge me. Indeed, your people came here often to consult the stars before migrating east. That all changed after the Great Quake. Some of your kind, their eyes full of fear, came here with a sacred light.
The ghost turns his massive head to the side, as if thinking, and then nods toward the empty pedestal behind you.
I agreed to protect your holy lamp, the one which once lay on that rock.
The spectral cat begins pacing back and forth in front of you.
Not long after, another human arrived. A man with the heart of...
And the cat pauses, and then it looks at Jonesy, and then at Andreas.
With the heart of a demon?
I just got goosebumps.
He called himself Metuak of the Burning Mammoths, and he challenged me for the artifact. I fell, and he took it. With my dying breath, I cursed the lamp that led to my ruin by placing a piece of my own soul inside of it. As long as Metuak lived, whoever wielded that terrible fire would suffer horrendous agony, if ever parted from it. Through the piece of my soul in the lamp, I saw the demon man flee through the eastern mountains, before my vision clouded with rage. and then you arrived.
The cat sits again and looks at you.
First of all, bravo. That was well done.
Hero point.
Yeah.
Take another one.
Great cat, Siastic. It is true, we've come from the Broken Tusk following, and the burning mammoths have pursued us and haunted us for the last several weeks. After attempting to kill one of our leaders, we had hoped that you would know something of the location of the flame. You say that he traveled to the east. Is that all you know?
The tiger cocks his head, looking confused.
He fled through the same mountain pass your people have always crossed. Lost Mammoth Valley, I believe you call it. If you have forgotten the way, no matter. Your ancestors would come here sometimes to consult the stars in this very chamber to chart their course. Beyond that, I do not know the fate of the Demon Man or your sacred lantern.
And as you look around the room with its ceiling riddled with tiny holes, the room continues brightening. And you realize the room isn't really brightening, it's just this starlight filtering down through the holes in the ceiling. The moon and the stars have lined up exactly with some of the holes. The holes and the lines between these holes create a clear and obvious map, showing a wide curving valley through the Tusk Mountains. At the western end of the map is a glowing symbol of a cat's face, Red Cat Cave, where you are. At the far eastern end of the map, there is a symbol of a mammoth between two mountains. This must be the entrance to Lost Mammoth Valley, the valley where Metuak supposedly took the primordial flame. The map doesn't reveal terrain details, but it clearly shows how to lead the following on the old F-Gear route, which has to be the next leg of your journey. The cat looks up at the stars painted on the ceiling, or rather the holes that are stars on the ceiling, and then looks back at you.
Thank you, Siastic, for your wisdom. I worry that whatever evil possessed you may return. Do you feel confident that you are your old self once again?
I apologize. I am, for now, myself. Whether I will stay that way, I do not know.
Well, I praise Desna for the wisdom she had to gift these stars to the people and to you to show us the way. She is guiding us. Don't you all see? Sarenrae's cool, but Aunt Desna's the star lady.
The cat looks at you as you're speaking and then says,
A piece of my spirit still lingers inside that sacred lantern. If you retrieve it, beware. You will not be able to part with it until Metuak is killed.
Siarstic turns his head to the east in the direction where his killer fled.
I believe the Demon Man still lives, even after all these years. Had he died, the curse would have been lifted, and the rest of my soul returned to me.
We will return your soul to you, Siastic. Whatever measures we must take. Metuak has done great evil to us, and we'll make sure that it has justice delivered.
Yes, I have this piece of chalk, and I noticed that you have all these paintings that are quite deadly. Is there anything we can do to perhaps, and I don't want to say deface, but, you know.
The paintings will not harm you while I am under control.
Oh, okay, thank you.
And he kind of shies away, obviously a little bit intimidated by this cat thing.
Xankath has just kind of very quietly been scooting past Jonesy to get over to Korgo.
Korgo takes some of where he's bleeding from and looks at it in his hand. And he looks up at this ghost. He says, "You shouldn't feel sorry for fighting us today. You should feel sorry for your failure to defend the artifact. We'll get it back. But just know that when we're done, I'm coming back for you."
Are you threatening the ghost cat?
Yes. I'm gonna go get the map lady to draw this stuff.
The cat hangs its head and says,
Yes, the failure was mine.
Come on, Rungara.
He's just tired. He didn't mean it.
The cat sniffs the air in the direction of Andreas and Jonesy and says,
I know little of the war between your people and the demons to the east, but I know the smell of someone who has been near demons. The two of you have their stench upon you, or on your souls. Though it has been many years since you fought them, I hope you are not affected, as Metuok was.
Andreas goes totally pale when Siarstek says that. He looks like he's about to vomit.
We're fine. Thank you for asking.
I've been with them for some time, and they have done nothing but show kindness and goodness. I have no doubts about their quality or their souls.
The giant cat looks toward Harungara as Harungara goes, and then looks back at the rest of you, and then gives a great shudder.
Go.
He groans, his ghostly image fading.
Recover your flame and defeat Metuok, so that I may at last have my well-deserved rest.
And with those words, he vanishes. So that means you now know where you need to go next. But there's one more important thing I have to tell you all. You all level up.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening to Broken Tusk Rising. You can help the podcast by giving us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, by following us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at The House of Bob, or by chatting with us on Discord, and most of all, by supporting us on Patreon. That's at patreon.com/thehouseofbob. This show is possible due to all our patrons, who get special zines, one-shots, commentary, and currently, patrons at the $10 level get a Mega Dungeon level based on the tarot every month. Art for this episode is by Shaun Makes. Audio production and music are by me, Mike Hammock. Thanks again for listening, and roll on. Let's see. I need to put Shaggy. Oh my gosh, it's going to very slowly move him across the whole map, one little step at a time. There he is. That was Letsua.
Control X, Control V?
I guess I could do that. Okay. Well, he's on the way. He's very slowly. Here he goes. He's halfway there.
Oh, he's gonna look at all the rocks.
Yeah, looks at all the rocks. There he is.
Oh, the sunglasses. Double sunglasses.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, now it's serious.
Actually can't see. This is not working.
Actually, this is really terrible for my
This is not a good idea.
This is a terrible idea.
Whoops, that's just...
Bastion, no!
Just had Bastion by himself. Oh my gosh.
He's had enough of your spell sucking.
I'm having a lot of trouble with Foundry right now.
Sincerely do a knowledge check. I'm like that Kids in the Hall character who always sounds sarcastic even though he's being sincere and everyone misinterprets. You guys know that character? No?
We're just too young.
No, but I can understand it.
It's fine. No, it's fine. No, really, I like this game. It's really great. No, I'm not being sarcastic. It's really fun. Is that enough? Let's see here. Why didn't I write down the DC?
That feels pretty defacing.
It does feel pretty defacing. It seems like that should work, but I didn't, for some reason, write down the DC. So please, I'm embarrassed. I'm sorry. Give me just a moment while I find this.
I think there's a rule that if you're not prepared,
It's just 10.
just works.
DC's 1.
Yeah. DC 10.
30! That's a 30 to hit.
Yeah.
Wow. I think you probably clipped with that.
Sorry, yes, I probably... That was a 30?
Good.
That's a 30 to hit? I was very excited. Sorry about that.
I'm tempted to say it's a miss just to see what you do, but no, I'm not going to do that. No, that's definitely a hit. And with a magical weapon at that.
I would absolutely not believe you if you said that wasn't a hit.
We'd all rage quit. We'd all rage quit if that 30 didn't hit.
Man, Korgo really is a dad.
I'm so disappointed in you.
And don't touch the thermostat when we're gone. 'Cause I'll know.
Oh, no.
That's awesome. And we didn't die.
And we did not die.
And we freaking won.
Pretty surprised that we didn't die.
Yep.
Yep.
I think those spells you guys did your homework. I think that helped a lot.
That helped a
Like
lot.
that basically saved the day there.
I'm sorry we went so late, guys. There was a lot of foundry manipulation going on there that hopefully will eat up some of that time.
Boss
Yeah.
battle should take a while.
Yep.
Yeah.
Boss battle, and you leveled up at the end. It was worth it, right?
I leveled up.
Yeah.
What do I do?
Is that the end of the book?
No.
Oh, what?
Dude, oh, dang it.
that felt like a book.
That felt like a bookender to me.
That was the end of part 2 of the book. Next is part 3.
There's a part 3?
Yep.
Whoa.
You have to make your way to Lost Mammoth Valley.
Okay.